Don McLean.
And if she asks you why, you can tell her that I told you that I'm tired. Castles in the air, I've got a dream I want the world to share, and castle walls just lead me to despair. Hills of forest green where the mountains touch the sky, a dream come true. I'll live there till I die. I'm asking you to say my last goodbye. The love we knew ain't worth another try. Save me from all the trouble and the pain. I know I'm weak, but I can't face that girl again. Tell her the reasons why I can't remain. Perhaps she'll understand if you tell it to her plain. But how can words express the feel of sunlight in the morning in the hills? Away from city strife, I need a country woman for my wife. I'm city born, but I love the country life. For I will not be part of the cocktail generation. Partners waltz, devoid of all romance. The music plays, and everyone must dance. I'm bowing out, I need a second chance. Save me from all the trouble and the pain. I know I'm weak, but I can't face that girl again. Tell her the reasons why I can't remain. Perhaps she'll understand if you tell it to her plain. And if she asks you why, you can tell her that I've told you that I'm tired. Castles in the air, I've got a dream I want the world to share, and castle walls just lead me to despair. Little high school chick has got a monkey on her back. She goes to church on Sunday and she's dressed all in black. She heads out for the exit when the choir starts to sing. She's got a pounding in her stomach and her ears start to ring. She cannot understand just how she took the wrong way out, but she knows that she's in trouble, and of that there is no doubt. Shadow comes a-running for the 5:40 train. He's got a raincoat in his pocket just in case it starts to rain. He called his wife to tell her that he'd be a little late, but he's meeting with his girlfriend who came in from out of state. The train, it starts a-rolling and it whistles down the track. He can't wait to see that girl with the monkey on her back. They meet at 47th Street and then the pounding stops. Be careful, Mr. Shadow, you'll have trouble with the cops. There's a struggle in the moonlight, you can hear the frightened screams, but people just walk right on by, they can't neglect their dreams. Next morning in the paper they are sad to read the news that a high school girl was slaughtered and there aren't any clues. They haven't found the killer, and the murder is unsolved, and it's all because the witnesses refuse to get involved. The sermons preached on Sundays fall on Christians without ears, and the tragedies of life are seen through eyes that shed no tears. And the parents go to church and pray their daughter will be saved. But they don't know the times their daughter sat in church and craved. The shadow from her coffin streams across the parlor floor, and the people, just like shadows, filter through the parlor door. They blend into the darkness and they clutch the gifts they bring, some flowers and some sadness, and a monkey on a string. I got a color TV for a limited time, and you can have it by tonight. It'll bend your mind. I wouldn't just sell it to an ordinary fool. Have to be sure that the fool has cool. And since you look like a man with heart and soul, if you buy it from me now, you get a free mixing bowl. Why, I'll even let you have the Nixon button I got when everybody thought Tricky Dicky was hot. Just alienated all the Republicans. Popular music is the national craze, and rock and roll stars have the kids in a daze. But twist the knob around for a different point of view, and you'll twist that knob till it comes unscrewed. There's only one song that the radio sings, and that's Pennies from Heaven while the register rings. And so it's easy to see right from the start that what makes good money makes good art. Now, did you read the encyclical written by the Pope saying folks with private property just got no hope? The rich ain't welcome in the heavenly Palladium, but the Knights of Columbus own Yankee Stadium. Now, I ain't saying that the Pope was wrong, but he can easily afford to sing that song. And if you'd like to call him up when you need some dough, his number's et cum spiri 220. You know the Savior came onto this world on Christmas Day. He came onto this earth to wash his sins away. But how would Jesus feel bending down on his knees amid drunken Santa Clauses trimming synthetic trees? Just ask that merchant tallying your holiday bill if he can tell you who it was that died on Calvary Hill. Well, I thought that Jesus drove the money changers away. Well, how come they're in the temple on Christmas Day? You know what they call people who use the river method? Parents. That's right, you big mouth. I have a new pill that can prevent you from ever being Catholic. I'll just tell you about it. I'm taking it. So buy yourself a car and buy yourself a house and send the kids away to school and buy a new blouse. It's sleepaway camp in the summer, you know. The good fresh air will help your kids to grow. And when your boy goes wrong and has to go to jail, well, you can wring your hands and wonder how you failed. And when your little girl grows up to be deceitful, give her a shotgun wedding in Winchester Cathedral. You have to live in New York to appreciate this, but this is a letter written by a little boy to Santa Claus. And it opens up, Dear Santa, how do you beat me to every corner? Vo-do-de-o-do. And I dedicate it to the milkman in your neighborhood. Everybody knows he's just a milkman. The children laugh as he drives through the town. Everybody thinks he's just a milkman. But watch the way he lays those bottles down. Yodel-o-hee-lay-low. Tinkle, clinkle, bottles in the wagon. Wooden milk box rotting in the rain. Now and then his service has been lagging, but you won't hear his customers complain. Yodel-o-hee-lay-low. Now the milkman does his trucking in the morning. He's used the same delivery truck for years. His motor's weak, but he don't heed its warning. Watch the way the milkman shifts those gears. Yodel-o-hee-lay-low. Now I'm going to play something for you. Housewives in the afternoon await him. They love the games the milkman likes to play. Those visits in the afternoon elate him. That's what I call a milkman's matinee. Yodel-o-hee-lay-low. That's what I call a milkman's, what I call a milkman's, what I call a milkman's matinee. Look, we're all pressed for time this afternoon, this evening, and a lot of people more to come. The concert's only half over. There hasn't been enough singing, I think, with an audience, and I'd like to sing one that nobody sung today. It's one that we all know, and I think it represents us. It's This Little Light of Mine. Because we're all like lighting one little light and holding it up, and we're going to make a huge fire and burn the sloop. Simple people just working together. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, everybody, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Every day, every day, every day, every day, I'm gonna let my little light shine. Hey, you know that everyday part? Let's see if we can all get a great big clap to fit in there, like this. When I count to 3, you all try it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it sounds like Cape Kennedy. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you just put it in after the words every day. So I'll just go every day and we clap. Every day. Now you don't clap the third time. Somebody's out there, stoned to the gills. And wherever you are, you're going to get not only a free trip on the sloop, but we'll make sure the sloop is going to Bombay, India, just in time for the annual famine. So you'll really enjoy it. Oh, this little light of mine. Sing it. I'm going, everybody. Oh, this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. Well, every day, every day, every day. Well, you can't say you didn't have fun. Okay, we're singing good. Let's try one more. Don't want to take up other people's time. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside and study. Oh, no more. I ain't gonna study. Oh, no more. I ain't gonna study. Oh, no more. I ain't gonna study. Oh, don't quit on me. Oh, no more. I ain't gonna study. Oh, no more. I ain't gonna study. Oh, no more. I ain't gonna study. Oh, no more. I'm gonna walk with the Prince of Peace down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna walk with the Prince of Peace down by the riverside and study. Oh, oh, study. Oh, no more. I ain't gonna 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 study. Oh, no more. Well, listen, folks, here is my thesis. Peace in the world or the world in pieces.